What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the podcast, episode 7, guys. We're going to be talking about following your dreams and being passionate about things. And when you're so young and such a kid and you had all these dreams, anything was possible. What happened to that? You know what I mean? As the years go on and you embrace society, and after high school and you come into adulthood and you get a regular job and stuff like that. It's really sad to see a lot of passions being crushed because of reality. You know what I mean? And that's something that it's honestly somewhat half and half an illusion, guys. I mean, it's all up in your head. You guys have complete control of your lives, and we're gonna be talking about that today. I think it's really, really important to keep the kid in you alive. I remember being so young, parents, teachers asking you, so what do you want to be when you grow up? And you just be like, you think anything's possible, anything and everything. So it's really important to keep that kid in you alive. If you want to be a policeman, a firefighter, a movie star, an astronaut, really, why not? Do it all. Whether it means you might have to work at a regular job to pay the bills, but hey, what limits you at that after that job? Go home and work on it, and eventually maybe it'll become something that you can just throw in the towel at your regular job and fully pursue what you're passionate about. It's very, very important. It's easier said than done, of course, but I want you guys to know that it is possible to manifest and to make your dreams become a reality. And you know what? Sometimes it's hard to find what you're passionate about. I didn't really find. Luckily, I was able to find out what I wanted to do as early as 21. I was gonna say I didn't find out what I wanted to do until I was 21. But you know how young 21 is, guys? Embrace your 20s to 30. Just go out there, explore, try all these new jobs. Really get out there and try to find and let yourself find what you're passionate about. How can you know what you want to do if you never try and get yourself out there, right? I think personally for me, my story, I had to do so many jobs that brought me to the breaking point one day and be like, okay, that's it. I can't do this. I hate this. You know what? Being upset and depressed sometimes, I think, is your soul trying to tell you that this ain't it. But yeah, I had lots of bills to pay, stuff like that, just as anybody else did. But I'm thankful to have the job that I hated, to just really hit that breaking point and be like, you know what? It just snapped. It's like, I want to do this. Personally, for me, it was like, I want to do challenge videos. In the early days before I started my channel back in 2018, before February 7th, I think is when we created this channel. I watched lots of YouTubers like Super Duper and stuff like that. I'm like, I could do some of those challenges. I think it would be fun. Of course, there's always that in the back of your head. Maybe it could be more than something than just a hobby, right? But at the time, it wasn't. It was just something that I wanted to do, but I was passionate about it. I was really into editing and filming. So I started making videos. Yeah, it started out as a hobby, but I worked at it for a couple years, having a regular job, going home and juggling a full-time job, and my YouTube career at the time was just fun, and it really took over my life. It really it really became something a lot bigger than what I thought it would be. So, which is really cool. And here I am now. We're still just getting started, though. We're 3 years in, and I've been doing YouTube now for a year straight since last January. And I would always work on it when I go home. I would work 12-hour days and then go start a live stream, not even eat dinner for another 3-4 hours, and just keep doing that. It seems pretty draining, but when you like something so much and you're passionate about it, you don't see it as work. And that's the thing. People try to strive for something. It's like, well, let's see how much money this makes. Okay, yeah, I'll consider that. I really like doing this, but it doesn't make that much money. Now, what I think is if you find something that's you're passionate about and that you really love doing and you don't see it as work, money will come. Money will come and it will flow in eventually. Um, so I think that's really important to work on yourself. Be your own boss. Don't be that pawn hating your job just to get a quick couple cents. You know what I mean? um, I think it's really important to things that might help to try to find what you're passionate about. Maybe you don't know. Just manifest what you think you might want. Try meditating. Try getting out in nature and just try to clear your brain and get rid of all that fog and bad energy and just kind of take a moment to breathe. Maybe it will find you. I know it's really hard, and I think I'm pretty lucky and thankful to be able to find what I like to do, doing these videos and now podcasts, and it's really going somewhere. And it has. The live streams are amazing, but yeah, I still do have my own aspirations and dreams above and beyond that. I'd like to be in some movies or maybe on a TV show. Well, technically, I mean, TV shows these days are kind of overrated. I mean, I basically have my own TV show on doing the lives and stuff like that, but you know, everybody wants to make it big, and the good saying is to shoot for the stars, and aim for the moon. If you shoot for the stars, you'll land on the moon. So dream big and see where it takes you. So once you find what you're passionate about and start following things to make it happen, what can you do to actually make this happen? When you get home from work, maybe you start working with it, you start tinkering it with whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to be an actor, maybe you want to be a dancer, maybe you want to be an artist, a painter. It literally could be anything. Do it. Nothing's limited. There's it's the 21st century, man. It's 2021 and the world is changing. The world already has changed. TikTok is huge now. Anything social media, you have these outlets to really be whoever you want to be, and there's nobody's really cutting you short to become who you want to be in your life, right? The world, it's cheesy as it sounds, but the world is your oyster. You got to take life by the reins and seize the day, you know what I mean, and live one day at a time. It's good to project and have aspirations of where you want to be one day, but it's the small things that will get you there step by step. In the end, things take time, right? Like pearls are made over dozens and dozens of years. It takes so much pressure and hard work for and it takes so much pressure and hard things to make coal become a diamond, that kind of reference. Nothing happens overnight, guys. It just takes time. It takes perseverance. It takes patience, and in the end, it will pay off. Hard work always pays off, guys. Don't give up. There's been so many times where I've wanted to give up and throw in the towel, especially in the last month. I almost didn't even have a choice with YouTube basically banning all these channels, taking everything down. I thought my career, in a sense, was going to be over without even me throwing in the towel. It kind of was just taken away from me almost. But that's all handled now, thank God, and I'm happy for it because it made me work harder, and this podcast was born from it. So you can't always look at bad things is the end. There's so many hurdles in life, and there's going to be a lot of times where you want to give up and you think this is crazy, and maybe sometimes you might have to hit a rock bottom or go back to whatever you're doing at times, and fall back on some things, like maybe you have to move in back with your parents, or you have to go back and get a regular job. Things aren't working out, but don't give up, man. Everybody has their story. Some are easier than others, right? But I guarantee you, if you don't give up, man, anything can happen. Me and you and I are literally the same. There's no difference. I don't have any more. Uh, I don't have a higher power over anybody else. I'm just a regular dude like you guys, man. And now I drink beer for a living, basically. It sounds crazy to say, but that's pretty much true. Um, yeah, and once the hardest thing too, and the biggest thing is making the leap. Making the leap. So you know what? Sometimes you got lots of bills to pay. You got kids to feed. You got a wife. You can't just throw in the towel and just start becoming I don't know, a tailor or something, or like I don't know, a painter or whatever, and just have it take off immediately. So you kind of got to weave in these things, and after working for whoever else to pay the bills, spend that time working on yourself now. Start building your own thing, your own empire, and one day it'll be big enough to be able to say, you know, screw you, boss. I'm doing my own thing now. It actually, it's funny how it works out too, because I I basically almost got laid off or fired, um, or a couple warnings, and I'm thinking in the back of my head, well, I don't really need this. YouTube is kind of big enough now. I might make enough money on it, to be able to do it. And they're like, you could work here, blah blah blah. But in the end, I end up getting basically fired from my job with an event that is totally out of my hands. And I thought, you know what, this must be it. Like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna make this leap, and I'm just gonna I'm just gonna shoot for the stars, man. And look where I am here. Making the leap could really refer to a lot of things. When I was really depressed back in the day and I hated my job, I said screw it. I didn't even know what I was gonna do. I didn't have any job lined up. I called the boss because I had nothing else, and I said, you know what, I quit. I'm done. And well, it turns out the next couple of days I was working for a railway company with a secure job, um, until I started doing YouTube. And it's funny how things work out. So you never want to stay in your comfort zone. So making that leap is being skeptical and being nervous and anxious if it will work out, and I don't know if I can do it. I'm too scared to push through and make that decision and that leap. But hey, that's every time that happens and you have that feeling, you got to learn to embrace that. That's an amazing feeling. Change is great. Change is so good. Moving into a new place, sometimes people being forced out or whatever kind of situation you're in, it could be scary. You might think, oh no, what's gonna happen? But you know what? I've learned to control that and make it an exciting thing. New things are happening, so this is awesome. I know what's gonna come from this is gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be naturally happier, and it's all about embracing it. And I did that, and I can't wait. I'm about to move into probably the nicest place that I've ever had, based on my income for this channel, and my YouTube career. And I want to say thank you guys for that. I'm really, really looking forward to that. We're gonna be furnishing my new place, and a big shout out to AC. She's been pushing me to do some vlogs lately, and especially this new transition of me going into the new place, showing the viewers and the challengers a little bit behind the scenes and a little bit to where their support is going towards. So maybe we'll do an IKEA run, check out some things, and maybe just extra content, extra vlogs, and we're gonna do that too. And you know what I'm excited for is because, saying it here first, we're gonna get back into these challenges, guys. I think I'm gonna be ambitious enough. Now we're gonna be juggling challenges. Maybe weed challenges, mushroom challenges. 10K, we're doing mushroom. Beer challenges. And now the podcast. I love the podcast so much. I have a lot of fun doing it. But on March 21st, all my strikes get erased. They expire. So I think I'm gonna get out there again, try it. Try it and do my best and shoot for the stars. Maybe put a disclaimer in there, and maybe I might not be able to monetize it, to keep it up, to for YouTube not to delete it. But hey, if that's what it takes and that's the content you guys want to see, that's what really makes it worth for me, because it's, I like to do what I like to do, but it's really important to me that the viewers are enjoying it as well, right? It's a huge thing for me, and I'm so grateful for you guys to giving me such good feedback on these podcasts, that you guys are actually liking them and enjoying them. So that's really good for me. It's hard to make such a shift and change from content forcefully, and still trying to hold on to those viewers that love to see challenges and stuff. So it's great to expand and open up on it, but I'm gonna try to juggle all of it and try to keep going. And the sky's the limit, right? So challenge accepted, stronger than ever. Let's keep going, baby. Nothing can keep us down. Best audience and supported on the platform for sure. But yeah, I think that um might be it. Might wrap it up. So the moral of the story, guys, is follow your dreams, man. Don't let society just bash you down and keep you down there, man. Just stay creative. Um, Stay creative. Be creative, guys. Maybe smoke a spliff and let your brain wander. Not a spliff, because tobacco's bad. Um, but like a big doobie or something. I don't know. I'm not promoting anybody to have to smoke, but sometimes it helps me with creativity. Sometimes my best ideas come from just hanging out and getting a little high and letting my mind wander and letting it do its own thing. Um, I believe in manifestation, and the soul is such a crazy thing, and you can really control your own little world, and live in your own little world and make anything happen. So I think that's really important and huge for you guys to understand too. This is just basically hopefully some constructive criticism. I want that to be known, and I want you guys to feel like anything's possible. It's really, really important, and it's super dear to me. Um, and that's why we're talking about it on today's episode, because it's very true. And ever since I was young, I didn't never like to follow the rules. I really didn't dislike school. I mean, nobody really likes school, but I hated it from day one. I didn't even want to finish it, but I did because I felt like, in some sense, that I had to. I graduated. I got my diploma. I don't have it. It got shipped to me, to an old apartment that I lived at, but I didn't live there anymore, so I don't have a copy. Yeah, I could probably call, CBE and the Board of Education and be like, "Hey, I never got my diploma." It's like, "Sir, you're 25 years old. You think you would want it before then?" No, I never fucking needed it, but I'm not saying that you guys might not need it. Maybe you guys want to go to school. Maybe you guys want to go to university and excel there to reach your dreams, whatever it takes. But for me, it just wasn't for me. I hated it. I did it because I didn't want my mom to look down on me, even though that she knew. I know, I know that she knew that I didn't need school, and no matter what, I would become something. She always had faith in me, even though she wouldn't mention it. I just knew. But yeah, guys, hopefully that brought back, or brought to you kind of a message. Put that out there for you guys. Hopefully, you got something out of it. It really is important and means a lot to be passionate and find what you're passionate about, and don't beat yourself up if you feel like you're old and you should have things figured out by now, because that's not true. You never know when you'll figure out what you want to do. Who knows what age you'll be, but the important thing is trying to get out there and trying to find it. Sometimes it'll come to you. Sometimes you have to go get it. So it's your life. You guys control it, and stay awesome. All right, guys. Thank you for joining in. Thank you guys for all the members, and I'll catch you guys next week. Stay tuned for more. Have a great and blessed day. Take care. See you guys soon. until next time, challenge accepted out. Peace.